Okay, so the new map is out, Kunlun, the heart of whatever. I don't even care right now. So this is the attacking. I'm gonna go over attacking first. Pretty much cover all the roles pretty quickly. It's not gonna be too difficult. I've played a handful of matches throughout the day of this mode of this map only. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting map for sure. So first, this area is pretty easy for both to kind of have the upper hand. It's pretty balanced, I'd say, because there's health paths and smoke areas that you can abuse. It's important to know where the health paths are. There's a health pack there, a health pack in here. I don't believe there's one over here. It's just Lausa.
Home sweet home. You should be safe here, little lady.
And yeah, as you heard, Iron Fist, there's little interactions that you can have. There's a health pack over here on both stairs, both leading to the high ground. As you can see, there's a health pack in here and next to a jump pack. So kind of the name of game of this map is to abuse the fog and abuse the map, really, to your advantage. So when you're attacking, this is pretty much the only way. You can't really get up on here. Even though there is fog on there, you can't stand on it. You can stand on this up there, which can be a nice advantage if you're playing like Namor and you throw squids there and attack from high ground. But if you're getting spawn camped, you can easily reverse the roles just by abusing this. Because if you're defending and trying to full hold spawn, they're gonna abuse this health pack and these smoke areas. So you just want to kind of reverse the roles. But as for getting this first point, definitely abuse this area and the sides for sure. Because there's health paths and there's a smoke area here where you can only go kind of left and right and forward. There's a wall, as you can see. And the enemy team for defense is probably going to be like around here using these. They're probably not even going to hold point just because it's kind of this whole like shrine here almost is pretty good for the attacking side. It's pretty easily overtaken. Like if the defense is trying to hold them with the spawn being right there, literally like 2 steps away, it's not going to go well. So they're usually going to hold this high ground or kind of play the cart. Use these rots. A lot of the times I'll see defense people will hold here. They'll kind of alternate high ground from this jump pack. Healers will be in here. That's another thing about this map that I want to talk about. I might include it in the title. I don't know. But this map really shows some of the problems this game has. And one of them being the incredible amounts of sustain that this game has. So, as you know, 3 heal is strong as ever. But even 2 heal on this map is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. This map is very open, so it's really easy to see everyone, especially if you're a healer on your team. There's so many areas for you to just poke from and heal and be completely safe. You can play spawn, you can play a health pack, you can play a smoke area. So if you're flanking a healer on this map, it's really hard. It's really hard to dive on this map, especially with all the uneven ground and areas to hide and health packs and close spawns. It's rough. It's kind of a small map. Yeah, it's actually pretty small. Everything is actually very close. It branches out, but it doesn't branch out to the important areas. Like, for example, Central Park. Central Park is a really long map. Anyway, this area is kind of not actually going to be too much action. Like, it kind of goes fast. Especially since if you take the first area, you killed off the defense, they're probably going to spawn a bit of ways. So I've seen a lot of the times people won't even hold here, although it's kind of smart. If you have a fight right here, you can alternate this jump pad. Jump pads are so abusive, like in the best way possible. Healers can just jump up and down, and it's 60% harder to kill them. And all they have to do is kind of adjust their aim a little bit, especially if they're playing cloak where they don't even have to aim. It's insane. Also, I want a quick note where you can kind of hit the smoke out of the way. As you can see, it does go back slowly. but if you hit it or shoot it, it will move. So up here is the second point. This is actually kind of the main fighting area. Like here, you'll see a handful of fights too. It's not too smart. I don't think this is really the smartest area to fight because it's an objective game. It's not team deathmatch. You want to push the cart. So you're going to want to stand around here. Because like I said before, you honestly won't, unless you get completely pushed back to this area, which will, I mean, it happen every now and then, but it won't happen too often. Like honestly, you won't see this a lot of getting pushed back here and having to fight in this area. Although if you do, just play walls. There's so many corners and walls. Just play walls and poke. Poke is so strong in this game. Just do that. It's the meta of this map. As much as I hate to say it. But I'm gonna fight in this kind of single row a lot, which again is very favorable to poke. Um, Again, just play walls. Play this area since it cannot be destroyed. You can peek this. You can maybe set up a nice few people here. There's also a fog wall where if you do have a flanker, you can kind of alternate between this little fog wall, flank, and then the enemy team will usually be around here to here. Sometimes they'll be standing around here. If that's the case, you can go around here and use this as cover so no one sees you going. There's a health pad right here, the area you can jump off the map because this map is kind of miserable. I'm sorry, that was toxic. But, you know, again, this map is not a lot to say because it's very poke orientated. And that's what I was saying before, where it really shows the problems of this game. Where it's so easy to sustain and it's so easy and favorable to poke. So next up is going to be this kind of area where, again, you're alternating health packs. This is a bit more brawlish. This last point, you're going to be kind of brawling it out. But, you know, a health pack here. There's some walls here, some cover. You're not really going to go too deep because the enemy spawn is right there next to the third point.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're
I think the best thing for the third point is to know where the health packs are and to have a good brawl character,
all the different
because that's not too poke orientated, it's more brawl orientated. I think the first point and the second point is very poke orientated though. It's very long range attacks. It's very good for characters like Hela. Maybe that's why they're giving her a new skin. Yeah, so despite this being an Iron Fist map, it's not... Iron Fist kind of sucks on this map because it's so open and very easy for healers to run away. I do like the look. I think it's very pretty,
30 seconds.
but
Stay strong.
for all the characters that I play, very flanky and off-angle characters, meh, you know, it's kind of mid for the characters that I like. So you're spawning from here, which is interesting.
The battle
Yeah,
starts in
okay.
5, 4, 3.
So this spawn is kind of far,
You have to
and
stop them from securing
the
the
second
mission
spawn you go to is over there. That is interesting that you are somewhat close, somewhat far, about 70 meters. So for the first point on defense, like I was saying before, you can abuse this waterfall because you can go through it. You can kind of screen glitch it, where you can see what's going on, but you can hide your body in the waterfall. It's an okay idea to hold high ground. It's not super advantageous because you do give space, but like I said, you will see it a lot because it's so nice to have that health pack and that cover. And obviously being out in the open is, you know, is a high risk, high reward where you can hold the point completely, but you can also kind of just get destroyed. If you are trying to spawn hold, you definitely, this is the name of the game is using this and bouncing back and forth between this area and that area. So you want to go inside here, abuse this health pack, abuse these clouds. Many times I spawn held and I just literally stayed in here, got healed one way or another, and went back out full HP and annoyed him or killed him. So this is very, very, very nice if you can hold the advantage of this area. If you can't, there's a health pad right here. There's a health pad over here. Your healers are obviously going to be around here. You can use this as cover. And it's pretty nice because there's one way, you know? This is why I say it's 50-50 between who can hold it. Because, like, you can go here, but it's going to be so obvious, you know? Like, they're going to have dead attention. Like, what I mean by that is, like, super attentive to this area. So they're going to see you go off angle. However, you can go up here. And same for defense, though. This is also not a bad area to hold. Which I am doing. I kind of forgot. I'm giving tips for attack. I forgot if I mentioned this area. I kind of just found it. So holding high ground and alternating between close to the point. I wouldn't stay too far away from the point. It's just not smart. Like I kept saying, they're going to take the point. So alternating is kind of the name of the game. You want to move around a lot. You don't want to stay in one place because it's very 50-50 and it kind of tip wherever. Now, that's pretty much the basis for the first point. I'm trying to give a name of the game type thing is what I'm doing for each point right here. Seems good enough. Again, if you lose first point, I just don't see it. I really don't see it a lot of fighting in this area. But the second point, yeah, I do, obviously. I've seen a lot of people stay, or, you know, kind of alternate between this area and this area. I don't see a lot of people go under. You know, like a few times I've seen people try to hold here. But does this point go around here? If it does, then it's not a bad idea to hold here. I wouldn't hold up close or up top if the point is coming through here. I don't think that'd be a good idea. You probably want to hold here and here. And for the third point, again, it's very brawly, so you want to get out of spawn as quick as possible. And it's important to note that you probably shouldn't try to do anything crazy. Just try and hold this square because it ends right here. So just stay here. You'll let them give space. It's fine. And try to hold the areas around that square. Again, it's just not a lot to say about this map as it's not super crazy. It's kind of just the first 2 points, very poke orientated, very 50-50. And the last point is a pretty decent brawl. Hey, I'm level 69, huh? Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not the craziest map. You know, it's a new map. It's cool. But once you kind of learn the gimmick of it's really hard to dive and all that on this map, because it's very open. It's very long hallways. And the flank areas, I mean, like I said, they come to the same problem. If you're flanking and going around the corners, you just end up with the problem that you have to walk like actual, like 12, like not even 12, it's a low number, like 30 meters to like actually reach the healers. You know, like it's a lot of time to actually get to them. Because the ways to get them are so long. Yeah, and it's just so many corners. Then you reach the problem of if you do flank and you do get to them, then what if the healers run away into the fog? What if they abuse a jump pack? What if they run around corners? You know, 'cause there's so many tight corners and the spawns are usually really close by to the points. You just run to them or run to your team, right? It's just not hard to get it to get away. Whereas again, if the problems are just sustain is so good. It's so good. the sustain and people learning how to play the game more and more, it truly, truly, truly is so strong. Poke and sustain are just so strong, and that's why you see 3 hit comp so much with Ultron, because it's poke and it's heal. It's 2 in 1. And on this map, it's just it. Man, I don't know. They gotta make some changes. I might make a video about that. I don't really have like maybe if I find a game, but that's about it. I don't want to go on too long. Just the map. Yeah, there you go.